TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Memories working with The Rock when he first came in.
The Rock, Corpus Christi, Texas, 1996. He just tweeted it out not the other day, about 3 months ago.
Right.
And he goes, the WWE legend, and I had my first match in front of 15,000 strong. This is how it was. I had The Rock's father's first match too, Rocky Johnson. And Rock was like a little skinny kid, like playing. It wasn't on Nintendo or nothing, but he was like playing with his little toys in the dressing room. He was a skinny kid with an afro. You never would foresee him becoming what he became. So then later on, as he gets older, he's playing football. You know, he dropped off the face of the earth because nobody follows football, follows wrestling. So then I get the call. We got Dwayne Johnson coming in, and we want you to have his very first match. And then I fly into Corpus Christi. He's already there, and he's in his hotel. So I go to his hotel and I look at him. And I'm first thing in my mind was, and I say this in every interview, Jock. You know what I mean? One of those guys that great football player. He'll never make it in wrestling because he was big, he was bulky. He's not like he looks today.
Right.
But he. So then we go to the arena. It was a good crowd, like 10, 12,000 people. He says 15, but I remember I said, can you do this? Can you leapfrog? Can you do that? Can you do this? And he goes, yeah. Then I read his book and he goes, yeah, when Steve told me all these spots, he goes, I said, yeah. Then I went in the corner, I wrote them all down on a napkin. You know, he was really nervous about it.
Yeah.
But then we get in the ring and he's hitting everything. Double leapfrogs, hip toss me, boom, duck this, duck that. He's hitting everything really good. He got his contract that night.
Wow.
We went to dinner that night and he goes, I'm not happy. I said, what do you mean you're not happy? He goes, I want more. I said, you better shut your fucking mouth. I said, you got $7 to your name right now. They give you a contract. I said, now you're going to tell me you're not happy. They say, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he goes, I talked to him about that too. He said the figure was different, but he said, they wanted me in WCW. I didn't want you in WCW. I didn't even know who you were yet.
Right.
But he was a trip, man. I'm telling you, at first they hated him. Rocky sucks. Because they said, listen, we're going to make him Rocky Maivia, his dad's name and his grandfather's name. And you know, he goes out right away and they reject him like they do, like with Roman Reigns sometimes now.
Yes.
They reject. You can't push somebody down somebody's throat. They start pushing him. Rocky sucks. Rocky sucks. He comes back. He goes, I don't know why they're doing this. It was really bothering him. And then he starts reinventing himself. And I'll never forget that they were doing a Nation of Domination. And I was working, by that time I was doing interviews. I was wrestling plus doing all the pre-tape boom, and I was booming all of them. And I would boom like Ron Simmons, then I would boom this guy, and then I would go to Rock, and Rock had that special spark in the way he talked. And then I could see that he had it. So the big turnaround moment with Rock was when he walked out to the ring and he said, all you people, when I come out, all I hear is Rocky sucks. Rocky sucks. You know what I got to say to you? It doesn't matter what you think. Now, we love you. We love you. It like reversed it. Yeah. Tell the people to go to hell and they'll love you.
Do you think it is a case of the company respects you to the point that they trust you to evaluate and test the talents back then?
Back then they did.
Yeah.
Well, they would judge it themselves. They would watch me wrestle the guy, and they would. I didn't have to go, yeah, he's got it, because they could see he's got it or he don't have it.
When Major League Baseball, I guess, had their shutdown in '94, knuckleball shorts came back, and I guess it was a way to return and mock the situation. Did you think this was going to get you a new push, or was it just a way for the company to play off the angry emotions of baseball fans?
No, actually, I came up with the gimmick before the strike even happened, and then Vince was like, had it like you know in his mind and all this, and then when the strike came out, he goes, "How good is this? The strike!"
Yeah.
So then it definitely accelerated it.
What was the backstory of you presenting the Steve Lombardi Trophy on the Raw Bowl in '96?
Oh, yeah, because when we said that we're going to present the Lombardi Trophy, the NFL thought they had a hell of a lawsuit against Vince. But by putting my picture on it and calling this the Lombardi Trophy, my name is legitimately Lombardi. So they don't have a leg to stand on.
Right.
But I think that, I don't know, because I was never told this, but I think the whole time, the whole Raw, we said tonight, WWE, it was WWF back then, will be giving out the Lombardi Trophy. It was called the Raw Bowl. you know, the NFL,
Yeah.
the NFL was going like this. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
if they actually showed a trophy that symbolized it, they could hit them with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. But then when they see my face on the top, it's the Lombardi Trophy. Well, they do have a Lombardi there.
Remember working with The Rock on Raw in 2000.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was awesome. That was awesome. That was Andy Richter's friend, Tommy. He used to be a writer, and he came up with the idea, and Rock loved it. He says, because Stephanie and Hunter says, well, you got to start from the beginning again. The man you had your first match with. And then I came out in the garden, you know what I mean? I still got a pop.
That's great.
You know what I mean? But it was all right.
Memories working with Hunter, and you pinned him on Raw.
Oh, no, it's SmackDown.
SmackDown, okay.
He was business to do it. I think when he looks in hindsight right now, he wishes he never did it because it lives forever. And he was great about it. I mean, he had me and Kai Tai come in. No, it was Mankind who made me and Kai Tai come in, face Hunter, and he gave them both the pedigree, and then he won't give it to me. But actually, Jericho came in the ring, gave him the bulldog, did the flip on him, went out, referee's down. But when I look at the footage back, the referee's looking right at us. I see all the mistakes, you know.
Right.
But I still beat the game.
Thoughts on Hunter as a person?
Good business person.
Big politician?
No. He doesn't. When you're in his position, you don't have to be a politician.
Yeah.
No.
Did you see the potential in him early on?
Yeah, I didn't like it when he was doing that English gimmick, and he was a lot thinner, and he was a lot. Yeah, when he finally hit with DX and all that stuff, that's when I started seeing this guy's going to be a star.
What are the best things he brings as a leader for the company behind the scenes today?
That he was one of the boys.
How do you think he's grown and changed since coming to power in WWE?
I think he's becoming a mini Vince.
Without a doubt, workaholic.
Yeah.
Were you shocked when he and Stephanie became a legitimate couple?
Not really, because anything can happen. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about them one day taking over the company?
I think it's inevitable.
Yeah. How do you think they will compare to Vince or even Vince Sr. in the way they run the company?
I think it'll be different. I think it'll always be successful, but I think that the stockholders will look at it like Vince was the brains, like he was the main guy in the whole company.
What does Stephanie bring to the table as a leader?
Stephanie's brilliant. She's like Trump's daughter. You know what I mean? Like when she talks, you can just tell she's like right on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stephanie is smart. I know Stephanie says she's like 8 years old. I watch her grow. She's just, if I had a $1 billion business, I would want Stephanie in a big position.
Thoughts on Shane McMahon returning to WWE?
Shane's crazy, man. Shane's like a different breed, you know.
Yeah.
He's like a wild man. He wants to jump off things, and I think it's great. It was good shock value. I think I wasn't crazy about him going one-on-one with Undertaker and coming so close to beating Undertaker fresh. I didn't like that. But I like the fact that he's so ballsy that he jumped off the cage. He could have legitimately killed himself right there.
Without a doubt.
No.